With this year's harmonized elections on the horizon, political and social analysts are fearful that violence may once again erupt as we move towards election day. They believe the current ZANU-PF government has been militarized and that the military will not allow the opposition to govern if it wins the elections. They are also fearful that war veterans who are known for spearheading 2008 violent campaign for the ruling party, hence recently rewarded with lucrative positions in ZANU-PF and government, will fight to the death and protect their newly found power. Their remarks come as 8 members of the Mthwakazi Republic Party, MRP, were arrested last Sunday and later released with no charge after they protested against President Emmerson Mnangagwa's recent scheduled address at a church event in Bulawayo. Zimbabwe Lawyers for Human Rights chairperson Rose Hanzi said currently there seems to be a blatant disregard for the constitution where provisions are not being adhered to. She said provisions which state who has arresting powers and what they are mandated to do are being disregarded. When there are other institutions getting involved in arrests, the separation of duties becomes problematic. The Constitution is clear on who should be doing what and that needs to be respected. Hanzi said what happened with the Mthwakazi case should set precedents where the judiciary is allowed to execute its duties without interference. The judiciary should be allowed to guard, control and provide checks and balances on the legislature and executive, Hanzi said. She added that while it was too early to tell whether the human rights violations in the country were rising, the rights group would continue monitoring. Brother to missing activist Itai Dzamara, Patson, has called on Mnangagwa to also disclose the whereabouts of his sibling. Patson claims he has written countless times to Mnangagwa, first in his former capacity as Justice Minister and as the new leader, but to no avail. Human Rights Watch's Southern Africa Director Dua Mavinga told the Daily News on Sunday that with the military now in charge there might be rise in torture, beatings and illegal detentions as the country draws towards elections. Mavinga said despite former President Robert Mugabe resigning, he left behind a tattered legacy littered with human rights abuses and the authoritarian system he built over the years remains intact.